details tonight on the abrupt resignation of an elections director surrounded by controversy. Ray Hunter Havens announced she's stepping down effective immediately on Tuesday night. Under her watch, the new Hanover County Elections Board faced heavy criticism over the last year. WECT's Connor Smith has new details for us on the future of that board. Connor, what have you learned?
Yeah, Fran, the Elections Board is now balancing preparing for an election and finding a new director. I'm told that decision could be made within the next month, but the question tonight is how they'll accomplish both and not have a repeat of last year's election. The new Hanover County Board of Elections now weathering another storm in what has been a turbulent past 12 months.
Well, Ray was a very dedicated employee and we will miss her, but staff turnover happens and we are focused on this election.
Board Chair Jamie Getty is confident they can handle this year's municipal elections without former Director Ray Hunter Havens and her deputy Caroline Dawkins. She says the county is offering more help in the meantime, but County Democratic Party Chair Jill Hopman says Hunter Havens' decision to step down is a huge loss for voters.
I mean, I'm deeply, deeply concerned about this.
Publicly, Hunter Havens said health concerns led to her retirement. Hopman believes a lack of funding also played a part.
Do I think that we led to Ray Hunter Havens and Caroline Dawkins leaving? Yes, we haven't supported the Board of Elections in the way that they needed to be supported over the past 2 years.
Over the last year, the board and county sparred repeatedly. The board's decision to not count nearly 2,000 ballots on election night led to a county-paid $30,000 outside review and a series of recommended changes.
I think some of the internal politics is something that will probably be a lasting impression on her legacy.
County GOP Chair John Hennett says there's lessons the next director can learn from.
I want to see transparency. I want to see somebody who's good at delegating.
Hunter Havens is staying with the board into April as a consultant. A copy of her contract shows she'll make $70,000 for about 6 months of work.
She will be available as we need her and certainly as she is able.
The goal for the board is to avoid a repeat of last year's election, this time with Hunter Havens consulting instead of directing. Hunter Havens rarely did interviews during her 8-year stint as elections director, and she declined to speak with us after announcing her retirement earlier this week. Connor Smith, WECT News.